attorney saying the state has not given enough evidence to this point to keep him in jail, but prosecutors say they have proven plenty that shows he needs to remain behind bars.
Oh, please don't you cry, I'm sorry, I just thought sometime I'll be home soon.
Due to what just happened to YNW Melly inside a jail, his judge made a deal with his lawyers on a possible release date. Today it was announced Florida rapper YNW Melly targeted inside of his jail cell block today. Sources claim that he was targeted for commissary goods and/or block authority. They noted that oftentimes inside a jail, when somebody new comes into the cell block, they go after either the biggest person and/or the most popular to make a name for themselves. But here's where it gets very odd. Only 1 month ago, when YNW Portland accepted his plea deal against Melly, there was a leaked email between the lawyers and prosecutors, which goes in red, "Given Mr. Henry's plea deal and proffer agreement, we request his deposition as soon as possible. Given the circumstances, we are concerned for his safety, so would like to facilitate it in the next 30 days. Please advise if you continue to represent all the defendants," meaning the prosecutors believed YNW Portland would be caught lacking in his jail block before delivering the incriminating proffer against Melly, but in reality it was Melly who got targeted. Investigators believe that this was all planned. In case you didn't know, YNW Melly is close to receiving a house arrest or a bond agreement. He was so confident about his jail release, Melly even ordered a $100,000 chain to wear for when he gets out.
I would assume
that
he spent a lot of money on lawyers. Like an amount that would probably...
That kid spent a lot of money on a lot of things that shouldn't have been spent on.
Really? Like what else?
And cars, jewelry. And he's not even out to wear the jewelry. I'm like, why are you buying jewelry and you're not here to wear the jewelry?
No, definitely lawyers are probably the best thing you can spend
That's
money
what
on.
bro. But he's good with lawyers, bro. Like, money ain't an issue for lawyers. Like, he's fine, but it's just like, it was a lot of stuff that should have went to lawyers that he didn't spend on lawyers. And I'm like, bro.
The reasoning for YNW Melly's soon release is because he just sued the county jail, exposing them on what they do to their inmates. It was announced YNW Melly sues the Broward Sheriff Office for cruel treatment and is seeking an immediate release from prison. Melly also claims they have not allowed him to see or speak with family in 3 years. As described, Melly has been living in a freezing cold jail cell with no edible food or human contact. It was even shared. An interview from YNW Melly's mother paints a disturbing photo of Melly's life in jail, making it sound like he won't last much longer, as during the interview she ranted over the fact that YNW Melly was granted a mistrial in the first trial, essentially beating the case, but he was still left in jail and has not been allowed to use a phone or even look at his own mail. Like the video if you think he should be released.
My son has not been convicted of anything, and even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to just to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail, they don't give it to him.
His mother, Jamie King, would then even reveal that she is absolutely heartbroken for her son. She feels helpless because he's not even being treated like a human inside a jail.
When you saw Melly's statement, just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life, as a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they are making up their own rules. We've tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
This ended up getting a lot of attention on social media, especially from industry people. Charleston White would react, sharing that this is what YNW Melly should be living like. He shouldn't get special treatment because he's a famous rapper. But comment down below what you think he should be treated like. I'm gonna read them all.
Even the YNW Melly, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated. Yeah, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated, homie. Homie, when you take a life, homie, you ain't got a right to complain about a motherfucking thing about being mistreated. When you done chose to play somebody.
It would even get the attention of rap OG Boosie, who would speak on the stress that Melly's mother has been going through, as his own mother went through a very similar situation.
Okay, so
then I met his mama while he was in.
Oh, okay.
I met his mom while he was in, and she real, bro. You know, she real.
She's stressed out. I heard she had a...
Yeah, she real, and I reached my hand out to him, cause I'm real. Yeah, I reached out to him, bro. I met his mom, and she a good woman, bro. And when I see them mamas like that, it remind me of what my mom was going through, bro.
Suing the Broward County Jail, with YNW Melly's mother also doing interviews going viral on social media, seemed to be working. Melly got more and more court dates to discuss a possible house arrest agreement, but this is when the feds responded. They responded to Melly's lawsuit by arresting his ex-girlfriend Mariah Hamilton.
Mariah Hamilton is spending her first day at the Broward County Jail. She has no arrest record until now. U.S. Border Patrol agents arrested her at Miami International Airport Monday after she arrived on an international flight. Court records show Hamilton was ordered to testify in Demon's first trial in 2023.
Mariah was supposed to testify against YNW Melly in the original trial, but she ended up escaping the United States before the trial began because she knows exactly what happened to Sack Chaser and Juvie. Being out of the United States for a few years now, she missed her family and wanted to come home, which is why when she was at the airport waiting for her luggage bag, she would be quickly arrested by police officers and taken into county jail. On her first court hearing, her lawyers would tell the judge how hard jail has been for her. So the judge made her a deal, saying if you agree to testify against Melly, then you're free to go. She accepted it instantly, making it the worst news possible for YNW Melly. She even wrote on Facebook, "To my village, thank you all to my village. I love you all so much. God's plan, not mine." To prevent YNW Melly's lawsuit from going further, they would investigate through Mariah's iCloud account, which related to Melly forcing her to not testify in the original trial and escape the United States. This is known as witness tampering by using a jail phone. It carries a life sentence in prison, regardless if Melly actually did the crime to Sack Chaser and Juvie.
The state filing 6 new charges against Demons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction.
However, them finding the evidence proving that Melly used jail phones to tell Mariah to not go to trial, it would explain why they have not allowed Melly to use a jail phone now for over a year. Not only that, but the witness tampering case is also separate from the existing case of Sack Chaser and Juvie. There's a world where he's found innocent in the crime of Sack Chaser and Juvie, but the evidence is so easy to prove if he witness tampered, as it's all in an iCloud, and he'll still be sentenced to life in prison. Even Juvie's father knew that Melly witness tampered, exposing it all in a public interview.
There was this kind of crazy way that Melly was communicating. He wasn't allowed to use the phone, but he was passing notes to people, and then this person's calling this person and then that person.
Saying like to me, they going through extreme measures, try to cover up or convince people not to testify, like Mariah mom. They was using code words like Rihanna and A$AP Rocky's baby mom. And
with all of this presented to the judge, it would end up affecting his decision on Melly's bond release. The judge would ask the prosecutors for reasons why Melly should not be released before making his final decision. You tell me if you would release him or not, as the prosecutors would begin by sharing text messages of Melly admitting to the crime.
The PC Gambino account asked him if he was okay, and his response was, "I did that," and placed a smiley face emoji.
And the next message from 10/26/2018 at 16:02 from Eastern Standard Time. The YNW Melly count says what?
After that, SHHHH.
Alongside a video of Melly dancing in a parking lot with YNW Borland only 5 hours after the crime took place.
Melly still turned regardless of what happened this early morning. He's still out here being very positive. Turned still. Hey! No, still turned. regardless of what happened. You already know.
Showing not even an ounce of sadness for the passing of their two best friends. But it's what they shared next, where they would show footage of Melly exiting the rap studio and sitting directly in the back left seat of the Jeep, waiting for Juvie, Sack Chaser, and Bortland to all get in. This is very important due to the court document they would read to the judge. The direction of bullets traveling from left to right in the car supports the claim that they originated from the back left seat, where YNW Melly was positioned on camera, while also sharing footage of the original trial when YNW Juvie's mother would confirm that Melly was sitting there.